This ensemble.
Smashes evil away!
Skeletor, He-Man figures, and
This ensemble.
each sold separately.
Bash away! Next bash is on you, bone face!
This ensemble.
New from the Masters of the Universe collection. Not for use with some figures, each toy sold separately. From Mattel.
Earth Day art models.
You know, I gotta say, for a concert that we threw together at the last possible second when we had absolutely no time, I can't believe it was as good as it was.
Jason Palmera, and thank you to Frank Felice for that awesome performance.
Earth Day Art Model is a project by my colleague and co-conspirator on AI projects, Professor Scott Deal. He started Earth Day Art Model back in 2020. Yeah, that 2020. The idea was that it would be a sort of sustainability and climate-focused music festival all over the globe, but happening primarily online. We had about 5 concerts planned for spring of 2020. I thought at some point, I was like, well, Scott wants to do this, online concert, let's do that. That'll be cool, I don't know, we'll just try it out. That ended up being the only concert we played that semester because, reasons. So this is actual video from our Earth Day Art Model 2020 performance. I performed this concert from my garage. Irina was in that concert, Zek was in that concert, Drew was in that concert. We spent a good number of the rehearsals that semester just even trying to figure out how to pass audio back and forth between each other. It was a minor miracle that we actually pulled that concert off. That would have been April of 2020. Nobody was doing live concerts in April of 2020. No way. I also have to make note of this ensemble member who's no longer with us, unfortunately, Professor Elaine Cooney. Professor Cooney was a fellow faculty member from the Purdue School of Engineering, full professor who just heard about this ensemble and wanted to get involved. She thought it was a great program. She was a musician herself, and so she just started coming to rehearsals, and eventually we did some projects in her lab, and it was fantastic. She passed away just a couple of years ago. She was a great supporter of this ensemble and a good friend, and I was sad to see her go. But I'm happy that, as strange as this document may seem in the future, that she was there on the forefront helping us figure all this out. Most of the Dis Ensemble members could not make this show. We had to change the date a number of times, so we went into this show with sort of the skeleton crew. But I gotta say, this skeleton crew was about as hard a skeleton as you could possibly find. I had Drew on drums. I had Zek doing crazy loop stuff. I had Sarah playing the squish, I had Scott playing guitar, I had Ryan on bass, I had Rachel premiering her new instrument that she built for her capstone, which was a rebuilt piano. That's our most sustainable project ever because Rachel doing that capstone actually saved that piano from going in the landfill. By the way, it's right over there behind me. Awesome. Earlier that morning, Rachel had successfully presented her capstone project, which meant that when she walked out on the stage, she was essentially a graduate. I also had Ross on audio, Luke on lights. Melissa was there doing her thing. And as if that wasn't awesome enough, guess who opened up for us? Our good pal, Frank Felice from Butler University, who once again did an awesome set. So he played a couple solo pieces right before us, and we involved him in an audience participation piece, so he actually got to play with us. This video was shot and produced not only by Dis Ensemble members like Melissa, but also by Harry Chauby, who's a grad student here at IUPUI, and also John Best, who's another grad student. So they were running the whole Earth Day Art Model shindig, which is a ton of work. So they worked on that. So shout out to them. Okay, you're probably wondering what the heck is going on in this video behind me here. It's actually a piece we did, I think, back in 2019. Basically, it's about passing electric fields through people and things. So basically, it's, you know, connecting a circuit using people's hands. So that's what's going on in the front there. And then what are the rest of us doing? There's like a simple improvisation score. So we usually, when we do this, we usually try to get as many people as possible in the audience so we can pass the current through everybody. But being that this was an online concert, we actually didn't have a lot of people in the audience. So most of the people in the room were actually performing. So if only we could have shocked people in their seats at home. That would have been really cool. Idea for later. This next one's a little different. So this piece with the table of stuff, we call this Earth Hack. This is another improvisation heavy piece, but the instruments we're playing in this piece are actually all mounted on this table, and everything on the table is junk. That's the idea. Except for the cables and the power drill. The power drill is mine. Next up is Pariah Peel's Loop Dreams. So Pariah Peel's is right behind me here, and he's been with us for 7 semesters. So I'm afraid we're losing him next semester. So 2 good things, but you know, it's sad to see him go. So I'm going to give him a little bit of stage time to establish a loop, and then we'll all play together.
I think you might need to speak a little louder.
This is the debut of my piano. I thought it went really well. That's it.
How did it feel playing with just so many few discs
I
on?
think it went really well. Oh, no. That was a little weird.
I need more. I need more.
There's another amp thing.
I'm excited to hang out with you guys later. Not really.
It's not just ensemble related. I'm gonna move on.
This is my second to last concert ever.
Great.
Great.
Couldn't feel better. It's Earth Day, baby.
It's Earth Day.
Earth Day. It's Earth Day, baby. I thought it went well. I was a little nervous going into it, but I thought the crazy piece with the table.
Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Sure. We did a crazy piece called The Beating with all of this stuff. We've got this crappy keyboard right here. And then we've got a drill, which we almost made it all the way through this hole. We didn't quite get there, but we almost made it through.
So funny story, Ryan decided to drill through the table in the middle of the show, which I, of course, supported because I'm crazy like that, but he didn't get all the way. He went most of the way through the table, just to the point where we could almost see it coming through, and then he stopped.
Look at that. Oh! Take that, desk! How dare you!
Take that right down.
And Melissa thought it'd be a good idea to finish the job. Also, this was 071 where the flood was at the beginning of the semester, and this carpet was going to be replaced anyway, so we thought, let's throw sawdust all over the room, it'll be great.
It's going to be kind of dramatic when it happens. Whoa!
Oh my god.
The floor! There it is, and a mess. That's okay.
I did it!
Music therapy! Woo!
and I just hit this box.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all that I know about it, but it was a lot of fun.
Pretty much just hit this box.
I feel like that's the epitome of this ensemble. I just hit this box.
There's all this stuff here, but all I know is about this box.
You know why I do that? It's because you will be there. You're the guy who will catch it.
Yeah, I'd rather be challenged than the inverse. Yeah, this was a lot of fun, and I'm glad I was here, truthfully.
Me too.
Really? Wow.
You know, it was, I heard myself a little bit. I was hoping for a bit more, but you know, it was pretty good. It was very relaxed. I got to lean against this wall.
Did you really?
I almost strode through that whole table before Dr. B cut me off. Shame, and I would have gone straight through that
We
table.
would have gone straight through the table.
And I would have started another hole.
What did you do in that piece?
Oh, I had what's it, voice modifier thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
That piece was cool.
It was, yeah. It's a lot less chaotic than I thought it was gonna be.
Scott, how do you feel?
Awesome, how about you?
Awesome. I feel pretty good.
Good, good.
Yeah, I think the concert went really well.
It did. I loved it.
Yeah.
Have more like that.
Frank, how do you feel? This is the Dis Ensemble vlog.
You know, Dis Ensemble is fantastic, and Melissa is my favorite member of Dis Ensemble because she's awesome and she was just incredibly helpful today. And then there's Jason Palmara, for whom I cannot say enough great things. Ensemble's awesome. I went on their tour. I got to play with them now. Have fun. Make it through the end of the year.
Thanks. That was so nice. Aw.
Plus, I got to make music.
Yeah, it was really cool. We've never played with so few people before, so that was really interesting. I was kind of nervous, but it ended up being really good. Second to last concert.
You shouldn't be here.
I'm gonna try and sneak get a disc concerts next semester.
Just to play.
Yeah.
He would not stop.
if it's okay, I feel proud that Dr. P gave me
No, that piece was really
the
cool.
whole gave me. Yeah, thank you.
I've been
That's
asking
pretty good. That
everyone
went
else.
well.
Yeah. I was kind of nervous just because so few people,
Yeah.
but like it ended up being really good.
Yeah. Well, it's the right people, though.
Cut that
You know?
out. Cut that out.
I'm always like, if I have the right pairs of eyeballs, I'm like, okay, this is fine.
Yeah.
Like, so, it's Scott, it's Sarah, Drew, Rachel, Zach, Ryan,
That's everyone.
That's everybody?
Yeah.
That's a good group.
I really hope I'm not
And Ross,
forgetting anyone.
And Logan and Luke and yourself. So, yeah, if that's a good crew, Yeah, if we went down to just that, I'd be, that's all right. Okay. So everything we had was
Recycled.
recycled.
Yeah.
We really, although we ate up probably
I was gonna
an
say-
entire rainforest worth of energy.
I was
so
like, that's
it's-
not very Earth Day.
we're getting, the thought counts. I don't know.
Earth Day art model.
And